So you want to develop property or build spec houses. How do you get the money? So you either have to use cash, you have to raise the capital from investors, or you got to get bank financing. So let's talk about how bank financing works for spec homes. Basically what happens is you find a lot, you put it under contract, you put the package together. You need to have a complete, thorough financial package for yourself, which includes your last 3 years tax returns, a personal financial statement. You need financial statements for any businesses that you own. And you want to have that in a nice PDF that you can email off anytime. You also need to make sure that you have assets that are greater than your liability. So you need a positive net worth, and it needs to be fairly significant depending on the size of the project and the amount of money you're borrowing. You also need to have liquid cash in the banks. The banks are going to want to see liquid reserves. They're going to want to see a positive net worth, and they're going to want to see that you have some experience in what you're doing. And if not, you need to put together a team that has experience, like a qualified general contractor. You want to have an architect, a good closing attorney. If you're going to rent the property, a professional management company. So what the bank's going to do, they're going to take the value of the project, the land and the building cost together, and they're going to lend you either a percentage, usually about 70 to 80% of the value of that, or the cost, whichever is lower. So that's a key point right there. It used to be the value. Back before the great financial crisis, you could borrow the value of the project, which was always more than what it cost you to build. Right now, we're kind of in that where you can build cheaper than you can buy in a lot of cases. Construction costs are up right now, but you can still generally build cheaper than you can buy, and product is going to be worth more after it's built, especially if you're a builder, developer, and you're doing it yourself. You have some equity built in there because of your fees and your costs that you're controlling on your inside your operation. So today they're not loaning you a percentage of the value unless it's lower than your actual cost. Then they will lower the amount they're going to lend to you. So they're going to give you the initial loan that's going to take down the lot, pay for the land, and then they're going to provide construction funding on a draw schedule based on a percentage of completion. The bank will usually have a draw schedule. It's a little spreadsheet that breaks down the value of the construction according to the tasks completed. So you just want to make sure that it works well for your cash flow requirements and for the builder's cash flow requirements. But that's how it works. You want to put the land under contract. You want to put together a financial package on yourself, a picture of the project. You're going to need complete plans, specifications, a contract with the general contractor to submit to the lender, and a request for the amount of funds that you're borrowing. They're going to order an appraisal. Once they take a look at your financial picture and all that, they're going to give you a general commitment letter, term sheet, and tell you what they're going to lend you and what the terms are. You definitely want to shop multiple banks because they're all different. They all have different appetites. Some like to lend on construction, some don't, and some like to lend more or less at different times. So you need to shop multiple lenders to get the best deal and get the best terms. And then once they give you that term sheet, then they're going to go through the process of ordering the appraisal and moving towards closing to take down the loan or take down the lot, and then provide funding for the rest of the construction project. So that's how you get a construction loan. You can also raise capital from investors. You can get a land subordination deal. So there's a lot of ways to put the funding together, but this is all about how to get bank loans for spec houses.